Hello viewers, Mezcal here. You may recall me doing a review on this product not long after I purchased it. It's been about 11 months. Right on 10 months I started to have some battery fail issues. I'll save you the trouble of the teardown. I've already done that and had a look at what's going wrong with this. So understandably I'm getting a bit hairy because I don't have this guy to clean me up. But what actually went wrong with this thing is it's touted to be a waterproof product, and so when I pulled it apart, right there was a great big lump of like crusty sort of crap from moisture getting in. If we have a look at the motor can, clear rust there. There was moisture evident on the inside of this as like condensation. So clearly the seal has failed. The battery's still fine, it still works. But this great big crust that had formed here was behaving as a resistor, and I guess changing resistance as this crystalline thing formed from the whether it's lead or tin, I don't know. Yeah, so I cleaned it off, and it seems to be not doing the same up and down speed on the motor anymore. 2-year warranty, got 10 months out of it, so keep your receipts. That's pretty piss poor. Having looked at it and worked out what I plan to do next, I really don't like this shroud that is around the thing, because it sits in there as like a floating piece, and the water can dribble through the holes in there down into the body of this, and they dribble out the bottom in holes that are designed to let that happen. But you got hair and soap and skin and crap building up in there, and it's sitting going damp and going warm, and the thing started to smell mouldy and horrible. There is this little trimmer on here that is actuated by this oscillating piece here that just jiggles back and forwards. So what I plan to do is ditch that all together, put it back together, smash some silicone grease all up in here and around these seals, and just continue to use it as is, and it's going to look, quite space age. I kind of like the look of it. It looks far more futuristic than the stylized rounded form body piece of junk that it is. So yeah, let's put it back together, eh? Silicone grease. This stuff is provided as an O-ring sealant for sports cameras. It's already leaking. Gross. Won't last terribly long now that the board has started to oxide at that point there. It's probably pulled metals out of the circuit board. So I think a good coating of that silicone grease over the entire face of this. Liberal application of this goop. I'm sure it won't affect the circuitry at all. What do we got on the back side? Just a battery, okay. Fine. Okay, now that just sits in there like that. Now we want this silicone goop on this seal as well. All the way around. At least this way I'll be able to see if there's any moisture collecting inside. That looks pretty good. that on there like that. Oh, those clicked in nicely. Reattach that. Should probably clean that shit off first. Do the backwards thing where you pick up the click and feel the first part of the thread there. Good tip given to me by one of the other viewers on the teardown on the Azito drill. That feels like it's spinning around there. What's going on? Oh, look at that, I've missed the hole. What are the chances? Okay. Come on. Come on. That looks better. What's going on? I've got the worn out one that I was using on the Dyson. This video will be out before the Dyson teardown, so yeah, stay tuned for that if you want to see the guts of a Dyson, the bin where all the cyclones happen. Oh man, that's just got to be the wrong size. What are you doing here? There's that one. Is that better? Obviously there's one I'll be throwing away after this. One of the screws, because one of those screws held that piece of junk plastic on. No, let's just push it in with, these screws do have a nice little flat as well in case you're not equipped with the Torx bit. So let's do that. All that white stuff that is coating the inside of here is titanium dioxide. You might see that stuff around your fingernails if you use soap, like bars of soap. I think it's coming out of the shaving cream that I use. It's used as a whitening agent, and it also has interesting, what do you call it, semiconductor characteristics. They're used in some sorts of photovoltaics, like your dye panels. Okay. Styling, look at that. Looks like something you'd find on the space shuttle. I'll be able to have a shave tonight. Love it. Thanks for watching.